one life to live.
Excuse me, please. Thank you.
I ordered us eggnog lattes, half regular, half decaf, steamed milk on the side, just like we like them. She looked at me like I'm from the North Pole.
They won't listen to reason.
I know it. Apparently, you have to beg to get a decent cup of coffee around here.
I'm talking about the hospital board. They refused to reinstate me as chief of staff, even though the murder charges against me have been dropped. They said there's nothing I can do to make them change their minds.
And that has stopped you exactly never.
Mm-hmm.
I need to speak to your mother and David.
They're not home.
Okay, I'll wait. Why doesn't this surprise me?
It shouldn't.
Look, why don't you come back later?
Don't. Adriana, it's okay. My dad and I need to talk.
Judging by her reception, you must have filled her in on what Kelly said.
You mean that Paul took Ace from someone and gave him to you and Kelly? No. I wouldn't do that to Kelly.
Just your father.
I mean, Adriana dislikes you all on your own, Dad. Knowing what you did would only make it worse.
You think you know everything about this, but you don't.
Then fill me in. Give me a reason not to hate what you've done.
All right, look, I need to find Kelly first. Now, I know you took her to New Orleans. Where is she now?
And what are you going to do when you find her?
And suddenly I realized I forgot where I parked my car. It's a crowded mall right before Christmas, and I'm standing there hitting the alarm button and nothing. And then a mob of demented elves started chasing me. You haven't heard a word I said.
No, not until the part about the demented elves. I'm sorry.
It's okay, your mind is on this Tico Santi case. All the time.
Would you please excuse me for 1 minute? How's it going? How's Jessica doing?
You mean as she remembered who killed Tico?
Sooner she remembers, sooner we can wrap up this case.
And put me away, right?
Somebody left a cigarette butt in here.
Who's been smoking?
I don't know. There's not even a minuscule chance that it was anybody on staff. And I don't know. They've all been told not to. It's really bad for Mom. Yeah. Nat, aren't these Christian's gloves?
Yeah. Jess, he's not been smoking. He doesn't smoke.
Maybe he started when they had him on that ship.
No. He doesn't smoke, okay? Yeah, he's changed, but God, not that much.
Are you sure about that?
Christian.
Hi.
Hi.
You, look like you know the priest pretty well.
Not really. I mean, obviously I belong to St. James, but they have a holiday drive here for the homeless at Christmas. I like to help out. What brings you here?
I haven't been back since I got in town.
This is where you made your first Holy Communion, right?
And my memorial service. I saw the plaque out in the courtyard. In memory of Christian Alejandro Vega. November 4th, 1976, October 28th, 2003.
We should have taken that down.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe it should just stay the way it is.
Christian, you're very much alive.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here, standing, talking to you. But I think a part of Christian Vega did die that day. sometimes I wonder if I'll ever get it back.
Kevin's in there talking to Duke.
Did Duke tell you?
No, he didn't tell me anything, okay? But things are kind of tense in there with his dad.
Oh, man, I didn't want to make things worse between Kevin and Duke. I wanted Duke to make a few phone calls for me, not fly me all over the country.
Yeah, but it's the kind of guy he is.
Yeah, I know. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to get you involved in all this.
No, it's fine. Did you find out anything about Ace's kidnappers?
I just want to find Kelly and let her know that I'll help her find Ace. So you can take him away from her again? I'm not going to do that. And why should she trust you? You know what? Everybody seems to be forgetting that she's the one that stole the baby in the first place and then lied to me about it. Oh, yeah, because you didn't drive her to it. Fine. You know what? There is just absolutely no getting through to you. What? The sad thing is, I don't trust you either, Dad. You know what? Think what you want. I'll find Kelly on my own. Why are you doing this? Why is it so important to find a baby that's not even yours? Legally, Ace is mine, and I happen to love him. You know what? I'm your son, too, and I know exactly how deep that love goes.
No one's out to get you, man.
Yeah, you could have fooled me.
You're a cop. You know the drill.
Yeah, you go where the evidence takes you. To Jessica.
Right now, she's the only one that may know something.
Her and the killer. You must have a lot of pressure on you to close this, huh?
Some.
Come on, John. I've been there when the brass turns the screws. Get an unsolved murder on your watch. The cop you put on Tico took off. Suits are all over you to make an arrest. Any arrest to save the department's ass.
I don't think that's the way it is, and if it was, I wouldn't give a damn anyway.
Yeah, you're not feeling a little guilty? Maybe just a little responsible?
Maybe. But we're not looking for a scapegoat. We're looking for a killer.
Yeah, well, then you're looking in the wrong place because I'm not your killer, and neither is Jessica.
That sounded productive.
Is it that hard to see that I'm just trying to get a break in this case?
At the expense of every friend you have?
So, are things any better between you and Christian? I don't know. You know, I did exactly what we talked about. I tried starting over, you know, and having our first date. And it was fine. For a little while. And then Christian would just say something, or I would say something, and it just stopped. Especially when we talked about John.
You two got into it over John?
I defended him, and Christian got mad, and... I mean, I understand Christian's point of view. He wants us just to focus on the future, but... God, I want what we had. I want to feel good with each other. I want to just love each other. And that's all we have to need, you know?
Christine, I think you are expecting much too much from yourself, much too soon. You've been through a year of hell. You had your whole life taken away from you. Everything, your family, your friends, Natalie.
I'm just not the same guy she married.
But you are the same man that she loves.
Hope so.
Why would you doubt that?
We missed a year together. I don't know what she did, what movies she saw, what music she listened to. What made her laugh, what made her cry. I don't even know what to get her for Christmas.
Oh, I think she's already had her Christmas present.
Yeah, but there are things that I should know about her, things that her husband knows about his wife. And I don't.
I think you do. I think maybe you don't realize it, but you do. And as far as Christmas is concerned, create something. Give her back a part of yourself. And I'm going to see to it that that plaque comes down. That memorial to Christian Vega.
Thanks, Mrs. Davidson. This has helped a lot.
Is there anything I can do for you?
I don't know, Father. But if there is, it stays between us and God, right?
Soaps number 61. Dorian Lord, she's the meanest of them all. Yet, she still gets the guy with the best pecs in Lambview.
Oh, David.
SoapNet, the new way to watch soaps.
You're right. I can't let them just roll over me.
You're pacing in a public place. Come on, you're my all-star. Don't let them see you sweat.
Yeah, well, I think better on my feet.
Hey, you need to focus. Come here.
That's it.
Always works.
There were 5 votes for me, 5 against. And then there was this one person on the fence who decided the final vote.
Thank you. Well, all you have to do then is find that person and bribe them.
David, we're talking about wealthy professionals here.
So blackmail them.
David?
Why, you got a better idea?
No, I just don't want you saying it so loudly.
God, I love you. Who do you think the swing vote was?
Well, I've told you. 5 for, 5 against. It's quite simple. That leaves...
Hello, David. Dorian.
You.
So this is all about me not being a good father to you.
I didn't say that. You weren't around much. I've made my peace with it.
Obviously.
So, listen, look, if I thought this was just about loving Ace, I'd say, hey, that's great. Dad finally figured out this whole fatherhood thing. He finally got it right.
That is what
No,
this is about.
it's not. It's about winning. It's about punishing anybody who gets in your way. I guess that includes me now, doesn't it?
You know what? I don't need Dorian or David or you to help me find Kelly. I'll do it on my own. Duke. Your great-grandfather and Renee are expecting us for Christmas Eve dinner. I hope you don't disappoint them.
That's Claire.
Kelly, you're back.
Adriana gave me the heads up about Kevin being here.
Oh, well, what happened in New Orleans? Did you find Ace?
James. That's what Babe Chandler calls her son. James. She obviously loves him very much, and she's a good mother.
So then you...
I did it. I gave him back.
You're a good mother, too, Kelly.
I did it for Ace.
Come here, come here. You gonna be all right?
Yeah.
When are you gonna tell Dad?
I don't know.
Because he is hell-bent on finding Ace. He followed you all the way down to New Orleans.
Well, listen, I just want you to stay out of this, all right? Please. Please don't get into it with your dad. I can handle Kevin. I couldn't have done this without you. But you should stay out of it now, right?
Kelly. Just say the word, and I'm in it for anything.
You know what we need for Christmas? We need
time machine, okay? We could just get in, travel back into the past, like, I don't know what, just 2 summers ago, and we would know all of the things that were going to happen, and we wouldn't make the same mistakes. And I would have never gone near a pool table.
And I would have never married Tico.
It'd be great.
Yeah, well, I'm going to definitely ask Santa for that.
Friendship or no friendship, we don't get to pick and choose. That's the job.
24/7?
Obviously not. I'm here with you, right?
Yeah, but you're thinking about the case.
I don't know if that's true, but for argument's sake, let's say it is. Tell me you don't do the same thing when you're preparing for a big trial.
Not like this.
Well, hey. Hey, look, about what was said earlier.
Yeah, don't bother apologizing.
I'm not apologizing. I'm trying to give you some advice here.
Yeah, don't leave town?
Well, no, but that wouldn't be good either.
Yeah, you're saying this for my own good?
Yeah, I'm trying to help.
Good, then talk to my lawyer.
Oh, now you have the lawyer. Okay. Who do I need to talk to?
You got room for another client?
You got yourself a lawyer.
Well, cute, smug, certainly cute. You want to explain this one to me?
Easy. Now we can both obsess about this case.
Funny, I thought you were going to take some downtime over the holidays.
Well, I guess I can't now.
Guess you can't now. Congratulations. You want to tell me again why you did this?
I'm just like you. I'm doing my job, defending people.
Okay.
I mean, obviously you don't have enough evidence to arrest him or you would have taken him in by now.
Well, you know, since we got this wacky relationship going where I was going to be on the opposite side of these things, I guess we can't talk about it, can we? This isn't going to work, is it?
Well, we can talk about something else.
Didn't want this coming between us.
Me neither, John, but it already was before I took this case. I mean, you've revolved your whole life around it.
And now you will be.
Beats sitting at home thinking about who I'm missing. Besides, I think Antonio needs me.
Yeah, Natalie needs you too, and look where that ended up.
It almost split us up. And I don't want that to happen, so solve this case fast. Clear my client and find out who really did kill Tico Santi.
Would you like me to hear your confession?
You know what, Father? I did what I had to do. And if God thinks it was wrong, then I'll take what's coming to me. Thank you.
You feeling religious?
I just haven't been. I thought it was time.
You know, Carlota used to come here all the time when we thought we'd lost you. She'd light candles and pray for your soul.
Yeah. My everlasting soul.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Forget it.
You all right, man?
I'm dealing. What about you? You don't look so great yourself.
Yeah, well, I'm walking around with a target on my back. Not to mention looking after Jessica.
Do you remember anything about who pulled the plug on Tico?
No. Nothing.
Tico deserved to die, Antonio. And the only one that gives a damn about any of this stuff is this guy McBain.
He's doing his job.
Sometimes I think McBain and Tico belong in the same place.
You're not making any sense.
I've changed. I'm a different person now.
Yeah? What happened to the guy who said I was still Carlota's son? And I was still his brother? You know, if anyone can see who you really are, it's me.
I gotta go.
Excuse me, Father.
Yes.
Yeah, we spoke. I don't know if you remember, we spoke a while ago at the hospital chapel.
Yes, I remember. How can I help you?
It concerns Tico Santi.
Well, he was your brother, wasn't he?
He was murdered on that very same night that we spoke.
Would you like to confess?
No, Father, I'm not here for absolution. I'm here for an alibi.
Of course, it had to be you, Vicky. There's no one with a bigger axe to grind.
Dorian, it was a board decision not to reinstate you.
There was one vote. One lone vote that made the difference. Don't gloat yet.
I didn't come here to gloat.
Then why did you come here?
I came for coffee. And I saw you and David. I thought I would ask how Blair is doing.
Thanks to your horrible brother and what he did to her, she's quite miserable.
David, would you please tell Blair I'm thinking of her and that I'm keeping her in my prayers?
He will do nothing of the sort.
Yes, I will. Blair likes Vicky, and so do I.
After what she's done to me?
I can't believe you're carrying on like this.
That job was very important to me.
But you were never there.
So it was you. Even when the murder charges against me were dropped?
I hate to tell you this, but the board had decided to let you go long before the murder charges because you were not doing your job.
Who are you to judge?
Well, I happen to be the person who recommended you for the job in the first place.
Does that give you the right to oust me?
I didn't say that.
Just tell me, okay? Tell me, to my face, that you were the swing boat that cast my fate to the winds.
Dorian, you know as well as I do that board members' votes are confidential. I couldn't tell you even if I wanted to. Which, by the way, I don't. My vote was private, and it stays that way.
No. If I wasn't sure before, now I am certain it was Vicky. Vicky, it's always Vicky. She is never going to stop trying to ruin my life.
Listen to me. If New Orleans is the last place that Kelly went, then Ace has got to be there with her. Now, I don't care what you have to do. I want you to find my son and bring him back. Jeez, these people are... Now what? Kelly. Where the hell have you been?
Why don't you ask your private eye?
No, I'm asking you. Did you find Ace?
Realize how wonderful your son is.
Of course I realize why do you think I've been going crazy looking for him?
I'm talking about Duke, your real son.
Who you've done a great job turning against me, by the way.
I think you've done a pretty good job doing that all by yourself. You've managed to turn everyone who ever cared about you against you.
You know what? I should have never left you in North Carolina. I'd have Ace back by now.
You weren't thinking about bringing Ace back here. You just wanted to further your political career.
You asked me to trust you to bring our son home.
Our son is not coming home, Kevin.
What? Tell me you did not give Ace to that other woman.
You mean his mother?
Tell me you did not do that.
Kevin, our son is not coming back. Our son is dead.
Thanks.
Still don't want to talk about it?
What's there to say?
My dad was worse.
At least you didn't have to deal with him one-on-one. When I moved up here, most of the reason...
Maybe you two will work it out.
Yeah, Santa's gonna come.
I still believe.
Part of the reason I even wanted to move to Landview was to spend Christmas with my father. And now, that's the last thing I want.
Yeah. Christmas bites sometimes. What? Like my family's not a mess, too? I thought this year was gonna be so great, you know? Now I'm even wondering if we're gonna have Christmas at all.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, once this Christmas Eve dinner is through, I'll stay for Ace and Renee, but after that, I'm out. You know, maybe, if you want, we could spend the rest of Christmas together.
You know, employment is really overrated. Trust me. You know, before I got my job at Craze, I was a highly skilled non-laborer. I was very happy with what I wasn't doing.
I liked my job.
Yeah, but now you get to stay in bed later. With me.
It wasn't just the job, it was the prestige, the respect.
It was Vicky. She got to head the university, you got to head the hospital.
Despite what Vicky says, I was good at my job.
Yeah, at least you weren't selling body parts like your predecessor.
According to Vicky, I was Lambview's #1 menace to society.
Oh, come on, she wasn't really saying that.
Oh. There you go, taking her side again.
No, I'm not taking her side. Listen, I don't like to see you get so mad. Because when you do, you're either a lot of fun, and you're not any fun at all.
Oh, David, I'm not going to stay mad at Vicky. Not for long. No, I'm going to get even.
Oh, the tree is beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad to have my girls here at Christmas. And Christian.
Yes. You know, Mom, I really wish I could just figure out something very spectacular to get him.
That's very funny because I ran into him earlier and he said the exact same thing about you.
What'd you tell him? Hey, I want it to be a surprise.
I'm not going to tell you. I just told him that best presents come from the heart.
Oh, my God. He's going to draw me something, isn't he?
I say that.
He is. I know he is. I can tell. I mean, that's what he did last year before he was taken away, and that would totally make sense. And if you want to do it now, it's just like he's coming back. And you know what? I got to go. I got to go meet Christian. I got to get ready. Bye. Excuse me.
So what about you?
What about me?
Well, we know what Natalie wants for Christmas.
I just want things to be better.
With Antonio?
I don't know, Mom. Do you think that's possible?
I do, honey. But not until Tico's murder is solved.
I know. I'm trying to remember. I wish that I could remember who I saw in Tico's room. I'm trying.
Jessie, darling, you cannot push yourself. You really cannot. And you absolutely cannot let John McBain push you. Because it will come back to you, sweetheart.
I know. It's like... It's coming back a little bit every day. These details, it's frustrating. I see a hand, and then I have this feeling like I know the person.
You think you know who did it?
I'm sure of it.
I know it's not easy, Father, but could you at least try?
I'll try my best.
Okay, do you remember what time it was when we spoke at the hospital chapel?
Yes, I remember exactly. It was just about 20 after 8.
You're sure it wasn't a little later?
It couldn't have been. I had scheduled to meet this patient at 8:30, and I know I was in the room by then.
How could you be so sure?
I'd set my alarm on my watch to ring. I'm sorry I couldn't be of any help to you.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, well, I guess I better get back to work.
Me too. So are we still on for Christmas?
I am if you are.
If we're not working.
Whatever. Some way, somehow, it'd be nice to spend the day with you.
Deal. Hey, yourself.
Hi, Chris. You don't mind me tagging along, do you?
No, not at all. I just ordered some stuff for me and Natalie. Do you want burger soda? Is that good?
Actually, I kind of feel like a salad. Thanks.
Okay, I'll get it. What's that about?
Oh, Jess found a cigarette butt outside the house and thought
maybe you started smoking.
Me? You're kidding, right?
Well, I'm sorry. I just thought it was kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm sure it was Star the last time she was over or something.
Hey, Jess, you got a minute?
Can't she just go to lunch without you hassling her, man?
Yeah, Christian's right. It's okay, guys.
Really?
No, it's really not. John, please.
Guys, really, I need to talk to John anyway. It's fine. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess you don't want me to look at your latest work.
No, it's just some stuff I'm sketching. You go with McBain, right?
I guess you could say that, yeah.
Maybe you could get him to back off Jessica.
Sorry, I think you're asking the wrong person. You know, I'm really glad you're back.
You are?
I'm actually a big fan. Somebody I cared about once gave me one of your paintings for a present.
Cool.
And I love the way you took a cityscape like that and blended all those styles from realism to abstract. It was amazing.
Thank you. Just gave me an idea. Excuse me, can I get a salad over at our table? Thank you. All right, I gotta go. Jess, your salad's coming up.
Thanks. Hey, where you going?
Surprise.
I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better. I guess my next question is, did anything new come to you?
John, I'm trying to remember, okay?
I know you are, Jess, and I appreciate it.
Well, I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it to clear Antonio.
I want that too. But it seems that something seems to be holding you back.
Well, it's not because I think that he's guilty.
Well, then, how about we get you some real help? Someone that can get you actually to remember who killed Tico.
You're telling me you want me to see a psychiatrist?
If what's happening is a psychological block, it might be worth it to, I don't know, get a professional opinion.
Or we could just, you know, let it come out without forcing it.
I don't want to force anything, Jess. I thought you said to me you're the one that wanted to remember.
And I will remember.
What do you say we give this a shot? You know, what do you have to lose?
Hey, I'm off.
Okay.
And Jessica, I got that paperwork you were waiting for. Great, so the annulment went through, no problem.
You got an annulment?
Yes, when I was in the hospital, I asked Evangeline to file for me.
Turns out you didn't have to waste all that money on legal fees.
I don't care. I don't ever want it on the record that I was married to Tico Santi. We done here?
Just give me a call if anything comes to you.
Great.
You know, I'm not a legal person, but I'm trying to figure this out. If Tico didn't leave a will, wouldn't all his estate go to his wife? And now without a wife, doesn't that mean it goes to his next of kin, Antonio?
Well, Tico had a brother and a sister.
Okay. I guess I'm heading back to work then.
We might have a problem here. I thought I had an alibi. I was wrong.
You're right. That is a problem.
There are actually several more boxes in the car.
Thank you, Mrs. Davidson. God bless you. I'll get someone to bring in the rest.
Thank you so much.
Oh, Lord, I know it's not my regular church, but I'm quite sure you hear me all the same. Thank you, Lord. Thank you so much for all the blessings that you've bestowed on me in my life. And I guess most of all, I thank you for granting me the chance to even be here this Christmas. I was very, very close to being with you and Megan and Ben. But you gave me more time with my family. And I'm forever grateful. And I have been with me always now. I miss him, Lord. I miss him so much. It's all right. I know that one day I'll be with him again. And in the meantime, I have my family and my friends. Oh, Lord, please look after them. Take care of them. And maybe along the way, you can help me to feel a little bit of charity for those who are not my friends.
Hey, I recognize that strut. It's confident. I like it. What plot are you hatching?
Just thinking of ways to repay Vicky.
Enumerate them.
Vicky took away my livelihood, my reputation. It's time she got her due.
You're lying to me again. Ace can't be dead.
I'm not talking about Ace. I'm talking about our son. The child that you and I created. The child that died when I gave birth to him. We've tried to ignore that, Kevin. But we can't do that anymore. He was our baby. He was a part of you and me. And he deserves to be remembered. We have to do that. We have to accept this and move on with our lives, knowing that we tried to do the right thing.
Right thing? What does that mean? Did you find Ace? What did you do? Kelly. Answer me. Answer me! What did you do? What did you do with Ace?
Stay tuned for scenes from the net.
You let Ace go? Who gave you that right?
What are these scars?
You're remembering something.
Yeah, I remember.
And even when Todd's not speaking to me, at least tries to contact Star.
Are we ready?